class, Professor Yahasha Horn here. Welcome to the Comp 2 essay. Keep in mind that Composition 2 has 3 components, or at least potential components to it, where we have a literature emphasis, a technical emphasis, which is kind of like learning how to write business letters and memos, things of that nature, and then we have essay, which is technically argumentation or more traditional rhetoric. Rhetoric is the study of what is being said and how it's being said or written in textual form. And we can get more into that as we unfold the modules and get deeper into the course. I just kind of want to introduce myself and kind of present like an overview of the course and point out some pitfalls that some students may fall into from time to time, usually on the technological end, more along the lines with online readiness. They don't have the browser set up correctly. They don't have their ad blockers or the firewalls or whatever it is. So these are things you want to make sure you contact IT for on the first day of class. If you're experiencing issues by clicking around, make sure you go ahead and go to the last page of the syllabus. We'll look at the syllabus here in a minute. And go to the IT desk and click on the help desk there. You can also click on the help icon here and submit a ticket. That way you can talk to Canvas. If it's a Canvas issue, like the quiz isn't loading or presentation isn't loading, perhaps it's a proxy or the cookies aren't set up correctly from your end. Think about all the satellites and cable wires and all those kind of things in between you, me, and the content, right? So it could be a myriad of issues that are happening. So contacting IT and having them help you resolve the issues as soon as possible is important. Ultimately, the student is responsible for the technology. With that said, FSW does have several computer labs on all campuses, so please use those. The hours are posted. You can contact the library. I can get you that information too if you need it. I would avoid taking any assessments of any kind on your cell phone because the Canvas app is glitchy and buggy. I've had students where they can't swipe certain answers, they can't click onto the next presentation, answers aren't being shown because the way the screens are set up. Some screens, can turn with the device. Some devices, some people still have flip phones. So it's just a whole issue. So, like the syllabus says, please be aware of this and use a laptop or desktop with stable internet connection. Taking a quiz or an assessment during an electrical storm is not advised, and if you lose power, that's going to be on the student's onus, not the professor or the college. Plus, it's very dangerous, and I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. So again, just kind of common sense things. With that also, we want to try to work ahead when we can, because this is, again, a condensed course, so we're taking 16, 17 weeks and congealing it into about 5 to 6 weeks. So all these due dates are their hard due dates. There's no extra credit in the course. There's no extensions in the course. I mean, we're going to hit the ground running. I think something's due just about every single day except the weekend. And in fact, there might be something due on the weekend in and around the 4th because of the holiday on Monday, so we had to make it up some way, some shape, or form. And I don't like stacking all the assignments due at the end of the week, because generally what freshman students do, sophomore students will do, is they'll wait until Sunday, the day of the assignments due, and try to do 2 weeks worth of work in 1 week or 1 day or 1 hour, and then they ultimately end up hurting their GPA wallet. So we don't want that. So that's why I try to spread it out. The due dates are set. You don't have to do it on that due date. It's just due by that date. If you want to go ahead, the first week or so is pretty easy. We're kind of just introducing ourselves to the material. There's going to be some refresher stuff in there. So if you want to go ahead and work through that, go ahead by all means. And I also, in fact, encourage you to go ahead and start working ahead and looking at assignments, particularly the major writing assignments. When you look at the weights on the syllabus, for the graded weights, the quizzes and stuff, I think are like 40 points. And those are open book, open note. Those are all relatively easy. Everybody should do really well on those. In fact, I think you get multiple attempts, 2 attempts on each one, and I'll take the best average of those, and that's what will be your final score. 60% of your grade, though, are the writing assignments, and you'll note, like, every Friday, or not like, but on every single Friday, you have an essay due. So I would, again, encourage you to start looking at these big weighted assignments, these important weighted assignments ahead when you have time. So like on a Saturday, you knock this one out and you're like, okay, I got time. I got maybe the 4th. I'm waiting around for my beer, blow some stuff up with fireworks. Maybe I'll just click on this on my phone and just read it. Not to understand that like, that's perusing where you're reading it in depth. You're just kind of getting a sense of what it is. And then when you're ready to sit down and work on it and read the assignment with like a pen and make notes and look up things that you don't know in terms and stuff like that, mark dates down, requirements, things of that nature, then you do so. But it's just, again, kind of planting that seed so you know like every Friday is something due. And again, you kind of look through Monday through Friday here. Something's, again, due every day. Most of these are just a module. So like module 3's here, module 4, 5, and 6 perhaps. We'll take a day to breathe, work on our paper, turn it in. I tried to make all the writing assignments on Friday with a day to breathe so you can work with your tutors over here in your course menu here. So tutor.com, 24/7, anywhere in the world, help. There's 2 ways you can go about it. You have drop-off assignments, so if you know you're going to work on a Friday night or Thursday night or whatever it is, and you won't be back till the morning, you're working a graveyard shift, it's a great way to submit it, be done with it, and then go to work, do your thing, and come back and then look at it. If you're more of a one-on-one type of person, you might want to go ahead and do the connect with the tutor because you're working with them one-on-one through a chat. And of course, you can just, this is all self-explanatory. You click your assignments, your subjects, all that kind of stuff, your grade letter, you type in your question. I suggest maybe picking 2 to 3 questions, like help me with my thesis, my essay structure, and something of that nature. Think of the big stuff first, and then you kind of whittle it down to the small stuff like grammar, like dotting the I's and crossing the T's. That's minor stuff. The big stuff's making sure your skeleton's built, you have the bones there before you start adding on monocles and top hats and dresses and high heels and all that kind of fun stuff to doll it up, jazz it up. All your course resources are here. You have access to Grammarly Premium version if you use your appbucks.fsw.edu account. So please set that up. You have your MLA set up. It's the 9th edition. The 8th edition will be accepted in this course. The 9th edition is more inclusive in its language, though, so I do prefer that one. But I also understand that some of us have some access to the 8th edition. We can still use those. Attendance verification is due today. It's the first day of class on the 22nd when you're viewing this. So make sure you have read the syllabus, you acknowledge the policies, you agree to them. If not, you have the first week to add drop. So make sure you see an advisor. There's no academic penalties, financial penalties, things of this nature. And then, of course, you can work yourself through these. This will take you to the library. Gives you a full tutorial on plagiarism, how to avoid it, suggested resources, and you can take the quiz here before you actually take the quiz in Canvas. It's totally up to you. Also note in the syllabus that what constitutes as plagiarism can be different from what is noted on the quiz. So, for example, like recycling content, if you took your paper that you wrote in Comp 1 and tried to recycle that same paper in this class, that would constitute as plagiarism because you are recycling your work. I can't measure and assess your ability to understand the current information based on information you know then. I need to know what you know now, that kind of thing. And this is also in the code of FSW's Code of Conduct Policies. You can peruse through that. That's also in the syllabus too. So if you can't sleep, that'll do it. Code of Conduct. And that's pretty much, I think, it. You got your writing tutors, you got your to-do lists, what to avoid, you got your calendar to set up here in your account, you have your notifications. I'll go ahead and set that up too, so if there's posting announcements, college closes, whatever it is, change assignment due dates. I don't think that will happen, but it's all there, right? So you'll have it there. And more importantly, if you link it to your phone, you're probably digital natives. You probably live with the phone. There are like little mini computers. They're pretty amazing. So use it to your advantage. Technology, well, it's amazing. I've taught this course for students as far away as Japan, students who have road trip from state to state to state, and kept in contact and like, hey, I'm in Colorado now, heading to California, here's some pics. It's really cool stuff. I lived in Australia while I was teaching at USF, and that was really cool because I was 16 to 17 hours in the future, so I was always ahead of Standard Eastern Time. And note, too, that if you are planning to travel, vacations, we all have lives outside academia. Note that all the assignments due dates are Standard Eastern Time. So just be aware of that. If you have any questions, the inbox over here is the best way to get a hold of me. Go ahead and click it. If you use my email, the ihorn or ihasha.horn@fsw.edu, that's great. That's my work email, so all my committee stuff, I run 2 clubs, everything goes to that email. All the spam that I get for everything, it all goes there, so it can take me a little longer to get through. Whereas the inbox, I try to check every single day because I know this here is a student, and only a student, who's asking a question. So I always try to take a few minutes out of my day to always check this one, either at the beginning of the day or the end of the day, usually at the end of the day. But depending on your schedules, the end of the day, it could be the beginning of yours. So yeah. Again, any questions, I'm always a few clicks away, and I hope you enjoy the course, I hope you enjoy the content, and I hope you enjoy the summer, and I look forward to working with you. All right? Take care. Bye.